All right. Good afternoon, Crystal. How are you today?
Doing great, great.
Good, good, good. I've got your resume here in front of me. You have a very impressive background. So let's jump right into it. Tell me a little bit about your most recent position working as an income caseworker. What exactly does that entail? What does a typical day look like in that role?
Okay, so that role was at the Department of Social Services. So I just assisted with individuals applying for food benefits.
Okay.
So I continue with the application from start to finish. I did the interviewing process. I completed the application, any verifying information that was needed. I got that information to issuing out the benefits and approving or denying them to let them know they were approved or denied. So in
Fantastic.
start to finish, I was handling it day-to-day basis. So, and we were assigned maybe 7 to 10 applications a day
Okay.
complete. So that was the process, just approving food and nutrition benefits.
Beautiful. Now, were these folks that were coming in to apply for these benefits, and I say coming in, are
Mhm.
they meeting with you face to face? Are you doing this work over the phone, or what does that look like?
A little bit of both. So if they needed to speak to me, then they could. Like if they came in and want to do everything on the spot, then I assisted them in person. But usually, I would say 80% of the applications were over the phone.
Okay.
They'll do it electronically or they'll just turn them in, and then I'll do the interview over the phone, complete everything that I needed over the phone, and if they needed to come in for any reason, then they can come in at any time.
Okay, fantastic. Now, in this position, I would imagine that you probably were using some types of proprietary software that were specific to the state. But what other software programs do you feel like you're most proficient in?
Microsoft Office, any of Microsoft Office, Excel. I worked a lot in Excel um,
Okay.
personally, so I did my Excel spreadsheet personally. So the Microsoft Office all the way around is I'm really proficient in that.
Okay, great. And then I see here too that you've spent some time in a medical doctor's office. It looks like you were doing some like front desk, like payment, like the billing department type of work.
I did. I also worked doing insurance as well.
Right? Tell me a little bit about that position.
So I at the doing admin work with the it was actually a dental office. I just verified applications. Excuse me, verified insurance. I did set up appointments, verifying insurance, verifying their names, all of that information, so that when they were coming into the office, they were just ready to go, set for the appointment. And then in my Blue Cross and Blue Shield background, I did billing information, claim information, any information in regards to their benefits. I handled those things as well.
Okay.
So I did a little bit of everything in both of the positions.
I love it. You wore a lot of different hats, and as we
Yeah.
know, doctors' offices are busy. So I like that you've had the exposure to the different departments. I'm
Mhm.
also very impressed by the few years that you spent at, looks like a little over 2 years at Blue Cross Blue Shield. Tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about your time there.
Yeah, the same with that. I did the billing information. So it was a call center. So I received inbound calls in regards to billing benefits. And then I moved into claims with providers.
Okay.
Did do member calls as well, but mostly when providers called in with any issues, if the code that they submitted was incorrect, I handled that to let them know what code that needs to be submitted so the claim could be approved for the member. And if
Okay.
the called in, it was the same thing, but mostly I spoke with the providers in regards to how to issue the claim correctly.
Fantastic. Now, how were your metrics measured in that role? Was it by number of calls or number of applications that you processed? How did that look?
And that it was just a number of calls. If they didn't have that number of calls that was needed to receive throughout the day, it was just that ongoing calls. You just needed to be on the phone as much as possible. You did receive breaks. You just needed to be on the phone throughout the day.
Okay, fantastic. Now, Crystal, at this point in your career, what's the most important thing to you about the next company that you work for?
Stability.
Okay. Now, are you
Stabi-
working right now? Do you need to put in a notice?
I'm not working right now.
So you're available as soon as possible.
Mhm.
Fantastic. All right, I'm going to stop the recording and chat with you a little bit more about a couple of openings if that sounds good to you.
Okay, sure.